Hi, my name's Sophie Kokanya. I'm with the Wellness Department, and today we have a little stretch break, something that you can do regularly. One of the things that this stretch break aims to do is to help with posture, give our bodies a little bit of variety, because so much of what we do is in front of us. Whether you're texting or driving, working a chainsaw, so much is in front of us. And when we're doing things in front of us and we're trying really hard or we're focusing really hard, there is a tendency to become more and more sort of like T-Rex shaped, right? The shoulders come up, the hands come forward, the head comes forward. We're moving into a fetal position here. And so we're taking a moment today to open up, stretch back, get a little lateral movement as well, a little bit of variety for our bodies. Hopefully this will make you more comfortable as well as more safe as you're working. So let's start off with a pull-up stretch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to begin with a nice comfortable base underneath me. I'm going to engage my core so my tummy is in, protecting my lower back. I am a long, tall version of myself. So sort of like somebody has one of my hairs and they're pulling me straight up. That's where we're starting from, is this engaged, tall position. Then I'm going to bring my arms up overhead and I'm going to go for sort of a pull-up position where I'm imagining I'm grabbing onto a bar and I'm engaging my lats, pulling my body up in space. So I'm not dangling. I've engaged my muscles here and I'm holding onto the bar in this engaged way. Now the hands could be slightly in front. They could be vertical, a straight line with the rest of your body here. It's up to you where you feel comfortable. The point is to have the shoulders down and engaged. And then we're going to start bending elbows, sort of like we're doing a pull-up. The elbows come down and back, feeling a stretch across the front of the body. If you would like to lean your head back, you have that option. When you get to the bottom of the stretch where you're able to feel a stretch here, try taking a really deep breath and then drop your shoulders a little further. Bring your elbows back a little bit farther and experiment with bringing them down a little bit further as well. Nice. From here, you're going to bring your hands back behind your head, and we're going to just attack this from a different angle. So bringing the elbows back, bringing the shoulders down, allowing your head to look up if you're comfortable. Just taking time to open up through the front of your body. Take another really deep breath here. And now reset through your core. So make sure you're engaging, drawing your belly button back and in to support your lower back. Make sure you're still long and tall through your spine. Drop those shoulders, bring those elbows back. Beautiful. From here, arms can come down to the side. We're going to try and round forward now. So I'm tucking my chin in towards my chest. Probably see this better from the side. Chin in towards the chest, rounding through my back. Take a really deep breath here. Trying to push the air into your back. So using your breath to increase the stretch. And whenever you're ready, stand back up nice and long and tall. We've gone forward and back. Next, we're going to move side to side a little bit. So starting off, I'm going to check in with my posture. I've got a nice solid base. Feet are maybe a little bit wider apart here because I am going to be tipping over to the side. Want to give myself a good base to work from. And from here, I am bringing my left arm up and I'm going up and over to the right, almost like there's a gigantic yoga ball here. And I'm reaching up and over that rather than collapsing in. I'm reaching up and over. When I take my deep breath here, I'm going to inhale and imagine that that breath is pushing apart every single rib. So each rib has a space between it and the next rib, and that space is getting bigger when I breathe in. And then stand up and we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. So making sure tall, confident, comfortable, and then we'll reach over the right hand. Big ball over here that I'm reaching over. You may notice some side-to-side differences in how far you're able to reach. That's okay. What we're after are these big stretch feelings. So sort of a good morning stretch as you take your deep breath, expanding the ribs and standing back up. We don't want any painful stretch feelings or pain in your lower back, right? Other parts of your body. All of that's bad. So if you are feeling those things, take a break. Either do something else that is also valid and comfortable for your body and gives you a good stretch, or skip it. So we've done a little bit of side to side. Let's do a little bit of the side to side lateral movements for your neck specifically. So I'm going to start off by dropping my left ear to my left shoulder. And then with my right hand, I'm going to reach away. From here, we can find all sorts of different angles by reaching back, forward, still reaching down and away as I reach back and forward, intensifying the stretch slightly. I can also flip my hand up so the palm is facing the sky and reaching my thumb back and reaching forward here. If I want to reach straight down for the ground, I can also rock my head back in space and forward. I can tip my nose down towards the ground or point it up towards the ceiling. So hopefully you're able to find an angle there that feels really wonderful to you. We'll experiment with all of them on the other side as well. So dropping right ear to right shoulder now, and then reaching away with the left hand, settling in here for a minute, and then playing with the ankles. So reaching back and reaching forward, still reaching away. So here's my arm relaxed, and here's my arm reaching away. It's a tiny difference visually, but it makes a huge difference to the way the stretch feels. I can also tip so that my palm is facing up and reach back and reach forward. Beautiful. Just playing, finding those spaces. You could even draw a figure 8 as you reach away here. Just play with the different spaces and angles. Now, just reaching away, I can rock my head back in space, forward, tip my nose down towards the ground while I keep my ear close to my shoulder here. I haven't gone back up all the way. I just tip my nose down towards the ground or tip my nose up towards the sky. Beautiful. Back to center here. And we're going to take a little twist. So we've gone forward and back, we've gone side to side. We've got another plane of motion, and that is we want to twist. So starting off, I'm going to aim my hips towards one wall, and they're going to stay facing that wall. And now, long and tall is the theme of the day. I'm going to stand up nice and long and tall, bringing myself up out of my pelvis here. And I'm going to twist. So the hips stay facing that wall as I twist. And every time I inhale, I'm going to try and stand up a little bit taller. And every time I exhale, I'm going to try and twist a little bit further. It's going to be a really tiny adjustment, but it helps me go in the right directions, literally. So inhale, taller, exhale, twist a little bit further, keeping those hips towards that wall. And one more, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Beautiful. Let's go for the other side. So now my hips are facing this wall, and I'm going to go nice and long and tall. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, see if you can become a little bit taller, and exhale to twist a little bit further. Nice. So let's give your lower body a treat. Many of us spend a lot of time either sitting or driving. Either way, we're in this one position kind of a lot. So we're going to take some time for our lower body as well. Let's start off with doing a lunge position. So I'm going to step back with my left foot, just a nice big step wherever that lands for you. And I'm going to take my hips, sort of tuck my tail under. So like my hips are a wagon wheel and I'm rolling them back to tuck under. To do this, you may have to engage your lower abs, engage some glutes and hamstrings, but we're aiming for a stretch in the front hip, the front of the hip of the leg that's going back. So my left leg stepped back, that's the leg that I'm feeling the stretch in. Now to intensify the stretch, I can draw this hip bone, my left hip bone, forward a little bit in space. I can also reach up with my left arm here. I can also drop into the stretch a little bit more by bending through my right knee. So choose the level that works for you. And we'll go ahead and switch sides. So now I'm stepping back with my right foot, nice big step. I'm tucking my hips, tucking my tail under. And then I'm taking a moment to find how to intensify the stretch so we get the good morning stretch feelings and not a super painful stretch. So feeling the stretch in the front of my right hip flexor. I'm going to push my right hip bone forward a bit, reach up with my right hand, or sink into the stretch a little bit more. And just hang out there for a moment. If it's a really intense stretch for you, not painful, but kind of extreme, kind of feels like a bit much, you can back out of the stretch. You can also work in and out of the stretch a few times before you choose to hang out there, or just work in and out of the stretch. Nice. So let's step the feet back together. The next thing we're going to do is what's known as a figure 4 stretch. To do this, you may choose to lean against a wall, sit down in a chair, especially the first couple of times, or hold on to something stable. Just for demonstration, I will hold on to something stable here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left foot, bend, and place that left foot right above my right knee. So I've got a nice bend through my left leg, bend through the ankle, and really flex that foot, because that engagement actually can help to protect the knee of the left leg here. And then you're going to sit back and down into the stretch. Find the level that works for you, feels comfortable, feels like a stretch, but not an extreme source of discomfort or anything like that. If you would like to, you can take your left hand and press on that left knee really gently to help yourself into the stretch. But this should feel like a gift, not a torture. Take a deep breath here. And whenever you're ready, you can come on out and we'll go for the other side. So now I'm bending my right knee. I'm placing my right foot above my left knee. I'm flexing through the foot, so a nice solid bend through the right ankle here. And then I'm going to sit back and down into that stretch. If you're starting from a chair or you're leaning against the wall, you will probably start with your left leg stretched out already, and then you can bend your right knee and slide it up your leg to the level it feels right for you, and then sit back and down. So finding the level that works right for you, feeling really enabled to play with it gently to find the level that is comfortable and enjoyable. Nice. So now we want to do a little bit of a forward fold. All we're doing here is I'm going to use my hips as a hinge again, and I'm going to have one perfectly straight forward for my upper body, another perfectly straightforward for my lower body, and we're gonna hinge at the hips. So just using them like that's the only thing that can move, the only articulation point that can move. And I'm dropping my belly button down towards the floor and then coming up. If this is pretty uncomfortable for you, so it could be another one that you want to work in and out of a few times, just dipping down to the level that's right for you. So if that's here, that's fine. If it's much further down, also great. You can also bend your knees very slightly here to take some of the pressure off as an entry point. You can also slide your hands down your legs or have your hands on something to support you as well. It doesn't have to be your entire body weight that you're supporting with your hamstrings and back. That can be a lot of moving parts here. What is important is that we want to tip the top of the pelvis down towards the floor rather than trying to draw your nose towards your knee. We don't need to round through our back. We need to get a little stretch for the hip flexors right now. Whenever you're ready, come on out. And that's your stretch break for today. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day.